Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time here, my name is Udoh, and every week I share great content that can help you master your personal finance and grow your wealth. Um, in today's video, it's going to be a beginner's guide to personal finance. Now, before we jump right in, I just want to have a little disclaimer. I am not a tax professional. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a regular guy on YouTube sharing content to help you master your personal finance and grow your wealth. Now that we have that out of the way, so I have a few notes here, so I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Personal finance is a very critical topic because it affects our personal life, and if you don't know how to handle your personal finance, you might have a lot of problems. I'm speaking from experience. You know, personal finance is very, very critical to building wealth. So if you're a beginner or if you're someone who's struggling with personal finance, you shouldn't feel bad because you're not alone, because most of people have problems or struggle with their personal finance, and I have struggled with it over the years. It's not something that's taught in schools. It's not something that our parents teach us, or most parents teach their kids, or what's being taught in school. Schools today teach you different things instead of teaching you how to, survive in the real world. But I'm not here trying to, knock down schools. Education is very important, but at the same time, you have to do your own due diligence and make sure that you get yourself, um, financially savvy as well. So the first thing you want to do as a beginner is you want to create a budget. Now, some people call it spending plan, some people call it budget because a budget is more rigid. Some people like to use the word spending plan. Whatever you call it, you want to sit down and figure out exactly how much income you have coming in and how much expenses you have going out, and also what your cash flow is, because your cash flow is what determines, if you're living above your means or you're, breaking even, etc. So so like I said, you want to make sure that you track your income, you track your expenses, and then the difference between your income and your expenses is what's your cash flow. So the ideal way to do it is, if you haven't done a budget before, is you can get your bank statements. You can get like maybe 3 months worth of bank statements and see how much income you had going in or deposits you had going in there, and then also figure out all your expenses. Now, some people use credit cards to pay for their expenses. It's very easy. You can get your credit card statement and look through what your expenses were, what categories you spent money on, and then you can figure out your total expense and then your total income. You subtract the expenses from your income, and that gives you your cash flow. Hopefully your cash flow is positive. If it's positive, bravo. If it's negative, then you need to look through your budget and trim all the excess waste that you have in there, because we all have subscriptions that we sign up for, and we have frivolous things that we spend money on that's pretty much affecting our personal finance. So that's the first step. You want to create a budget or create a spending plan. Okay, the next thing you want to do is, number 2, is you want to create a personal financial statement. So now a personal financial statement pretty much shows, like I said, it's going to have your income, and you've already calculated your expenses. So that's one portion of your personal financial statement. The next piece is all your assets. You want to figure out what your assets are. Do you own a car? Do you own a house? Do you own properties? How much do you have in the bank in terms of cash? Do you have a 401k? Do you have a retirement plan? So you want to track all your assets, and then you want to look at all your liabilities. So what do you owe? Do you have a car payment? Do you have student loan? Do you have credit card debt? Once you figured out all your liabilities, okay, then the next thing you want to do is you want to figure out what your net worth is. So basically you take all your total assets and you subtract your total liabilities, and that gives you your net worth. How much are you worth after you've taken care of your liabilities? And that's called your net worth. So that's the next step you want to do. And then the third thing you want to do is you want to automate your finance. Okay, what I mean by automate your finance is, like your paycheck, you can have that direct deposited into your account. So that way you don't have to go to the bank or wait in line to cash your check and all that stuff. So it also frees you up to do other things with your life. Okay. So if you have direct deposit going into your bank account, the next thing you want to do is you want to set up auto pay. So that means like your electricity bill, your gas bill, your cable bill, your property taxes, things like that. You can set up auto pay, whereby your bank will send out a check or send the payment to your vendor or your payee or to your light company on your behalf. Okay, so that way you don't spend too much time worrying about writing checks, mailing checks, and it also prevents you from late fees and late charges and late payments. Okay, because if you have your credit card payment set up on auto pay, then that means you will never miss a payment. Okay, and which also affects your credit. So that's the next thing you want to do. You want to automate your finances, so like direct deposit, auto pay, and also setting up automatic transfers, okay, for your savings. So that means you set up a savings account somewhere, and then every paycheck or every pay period you have a certain amount get automatically transferred into that account. Okay, which it will be part of your budget. Okay, you have to budget savings as well into that. And then number 4, you want to avoid lifestyle creeps. What I mean by lifestyle creeps is when most people get a raise, what they do is they use that money to buy liabilities. So you want to avoid doing that. So even if you have a raise or you have a windfall or you inherited some money from family or whatever, keep living on the same income, okay? But use the excess funds that you have now. You can invest it in income producing assets. You can start a side business. You can start a side hustle. You can buy investment properties. Okay, these are the things that I am implementing right now in my life to get myself to the next phase. So I hope you found value in this, and if you did, please make sure, as usual, to smash that thumbs up button and also hit the notification bell so YouTube will notify you of my latest video. And as a special, I have a link down below this video. I created a course that can help you for beginners on how to master your personal finance and dominate your personal finance. So the course is very inexpensive. Click the link down below in the description, sign up for the course, and like I said, I have a money back guarantee. So if you're not happy with it, just send me an email and I'll refund your money. No harm, no foul. So make sure you check the link below. Click on that link, sign up for the course. It's going to give you a basic idea on how to structure things and get yourself on the right track. And these are things that I'm implementing right now in my life to get myself to the next level. So thank you again for being here. And like I said, always remember to be true to yourself, be true to your goals, and never, ever, ever give up. So don't forget, click the link below, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.